Yeah, and here's the funny thing. I'm actually doing that now. I'm a borrower in San Luis Obispo, and he was kind of happy. I said, why are you happy? I mean, I'm taking over the company and he has two companies. I'm taking over both. He said, oh, I feel like I'm on Wall Street. Hostile temper. So different people behave differently, but that was so interesting. And he's the one who, this is for hostile temper. Yeah, this is it. So what happened was, we actually attacked his bank account. So we took the company. Now we went to the bank and they said, we own the company. So everything is a bank account now. So we completely took over and did it. So yeah, we have all the systems in place. So if we do those, we do not need the foreclosure. What happens is, if you notice, these three things, foreclosing on the property, taking over the UCC to get the shares, and the hostile takeover, these three are kind of independent systems. So whenever there is a default, we start all these three together. Start all the three trades. And whoever goes there first. So that way, if one of the methods, they kind of raise the issue, they kind of challenge the legally, we will see with that. That way, we really have a. And the fourth one is. Wow. I said 4 clause, right? And actually, there's a bonus. Right now, there's 5. I just can use 4 and then. Fourth clause is even stronger. Every clause becomes stronger. So the fourth clause is that every loan has a personal guarantee. So if they do not pay, I can go after the personal guarantee as well. And with personal guarantee, we are very, very good at collection. Some good collection attorneys, and I know collections very well. Because 95 properties when they collapse, I know how they go after, and I've seen the other side. So I know so what happened is, I know we can go after somebody for 20 years. And I have a whole system, so I have that running. But I don't like to do that. Because, collecting against people is not a very good thing. So what I do is, I use that as a lever. I tell them that if the borrower does not pay, I tell them that if you give me, instead of me trying to do all these three clause and all kind of things, if you just give me the deed, I don't have to foreclose, I don't have to do the reverse takeover, all kind of things. If you give me the deed, that takes an hour. I don't have to wait for 40 days or 90 days. So if you give me the deed voluntarily, in return, I may be willing to remove your personal. So that's the leverage I sometimes use to get the deed. So these are the 4 clause. And then, very recently, I started the 5th bonus. And the 5th one is better than all of them. So, 5th one is this, but that I don't use on every deal because that's a very specific one. It's only I use if what I do is we have a other than our lending companies, we have many small, we open companies. Opening a company is expensive. So we open this company and we tell the borrower, and okay, by the way, the 5th clause is the only way I will do loans in foreclosure. New York, Minnesota, Florida, it takes forever to foreclose. So I will only do the 5th clause. Other 4 are good, but it takes longer. So what I do is, the borrower has to assign it. A 5th clause is no longer a loan. It's like a joint venture. The borrower will assign the contract to one of our companies, not the vendor, but our company. And that company will buy the property. The borrower will be an officer, a 1% shareholder in the company, so he has some power. He will run the rehab. And then he will do a contract with the borrower that is their option. If you do these 5 things, you run the rehab, you make the payment, then when the property sells, you will get all or some part of the profit. You will never get that. That will later be done.
I want to put that.
But if you do not pay, you do not do anything, you are in violation of the contract, so you get nothing. So then that way, the borrower never got the title. So there was no foreclosure. I never took it back. And in New York and in all the states, it's perfect because the foreclosure law doesn't apply. Even the lending law doesn't apply because this is not a loan, it's a joint venture. I put the money, I buy the property, you do the work, you get property. And you put some money to get that. So that's the 5th way. And the 5th way is by far the most powerful, but not every borrower will agree to that. So we do it in certain fields, but we always do that in New York. The New York is a horrible, horrible foreclosure.
So, Preetam, if you don't mind, I'll take a minute. I just want to make sure the borrowers doesn't shy away with this wonderful speech. We are again good people and gentlemen. We deal with very painless. But again, we are in the business of private money lending, so we should have a harsh takeover process too, if the borrower doesn't pay. So what Preetam explained is something, the scenario, if the borrower doesn't pay, and if he is not willing to work with us if there is any hardship. If there is any hardship, majority of the time, like 90% of the time, we are very open to discuss the situation and see what is good for them and what is good for us and to our lenders, and then we'll start implementation.
So basically, because of all these, we can offer very competitive product, high leverage, 100% financing to the borrower because we have all these. So ultimately, if the borrower has good intention, they should not be, but if their intention was to do something, then we are harsh. We are harsh, but as long as you work with us, we are, like for example, I just foreclosed on a property in Redlands. And what happened was the borrower kind of felt so bad. He said, "Can I work for you for free?" He's still working. So he said, I just love this property. I want to finish the project. I really feel bad that he has come to me. So I will work on it and help you. So he's actually yesterday I went there and so we try to work. We try everything to work with the borrower, but if things they don't cooperate, the worst problem I always tell the borrower is the silence. They just don't return home. If they don't talk to us, I don't know what is wrong. Then I have to start all these trains and get. We actually have an example in Ventura. One borrower took a long time in getting the loan, in getting the permits, and because of that, the loan was late. And because it was late, the borrower ran out of money. So he didn't have money to pay the lender. He didn't have money to pay. So but he was very nice. It was not his fault. He actually came to give us the deed. So what we did was, we then gave them a third loan from our company, not from the investor. With that third loan, he was able to keep the investors current. He was able to finish the project. And then when he sold, the investors got paid and we got paid. So that was a win-win. So we bend over backwards to make them successful. But if they don't cooperate with us, then we have all these flaws. That is one of our answers. And all this is designed to make everything work. The lender wins, the money is secure, and the borrower actually can finish. And we are one of the few who does high leverage financing. We are kind of a hybrid between loan as well as the JV. And other thing today, I think the speaker will talk about, every lender is susceptible to the rise of the fall of the market. Markets can fall. It has fallen before it will fall again. But our biggest thing is we have that 70% push between the loan amount and the property tax. And during the loan, the repair money is never released to the borrower. It's released to the borrower only after the repair is done. So it's released in draw. That way, if at any point in the loan they run away, we have to take over, the repair money is still there. That's what we do. We take all the property, we use the repair money to finish it ourselves and then sell it, or we sell as-is to a contractor, or we just so that way, so our 30%, even if the market falls 10%, 20%, it's very unlikely. Then we still have the cushion, so we don't lose. And look at it this way: any other investment, if something happens, your investment becomes zero and wrong. But here, if the market falls 70%, something happens, then at least you own the money. Because at the second value, first is still there. You can refinance the first. And first usually, as I said, next year we will be better because the first is accepted. We are really friendly, fast, and so the only difference in the first and second is the first investor is more conservative, he wants a lower return, and the second will be better. That was that. We also have other supplementary services. For example, last year we talked about credit. One of the reasons I did the 95 houses because I knew exactly how to work on credit. Very good at it. So we do offer credit repair services, but more importantly, we offer what is called credit enhancement. Repair is okay. If something is wrong, you can repair. The methods I use to repair are way stronger than most people use. So I can get it very fast. But more important, credit enhancement is for two people, two kind of. Some people, like for example, some people are brand new in the country. They have no credit, and I was brand new in the country. So how to make their credit super high very fast? And I have that system, and that basically by use of authorized users. And then on the other side, we have some people who have been in the country for a while and are very good credit. And I allow, they can make money by lending the people credit. And there is and I won't go through details on that. I will going to go into a separate session on that. But that one, unlike anything else, everything else is risk, but that one is zero risk. And I can, risk is zero. So if they can, so people with a good credit can make good income just by signing people as authorized users. And I will show you how, up here, how to do it. And people without credit, so we are doing a whole facility on that. So they get the credit, and the people with credit can make income, and then we make income by it. So that's another service that we offer. And so we are actually, as I mentioned, we always have some of the borrowers, for example, do not meet the credit requirement for some loans. And we do something called Rent My Credit. That's another program where we have people in the company, like my included, we will guarantee the loan. And that way we are liable. We sign up the loan and we rent my credit. In return, we get a fee or so everybody has their own, somebody has no experience. So they can join the company, they can get experience, in return they get money. So everything, rent my signature. I had a situation where somebody had a business, they had a big business loan, but the bank wanted some collateral. Somebody had a bunch of properties, we have to. So that person gave this property to the bank. He let the bank put a collateral lien on the property. The business guy got the business loan, and he got a product with it. So I am very good at having what people have and putting them together the best of all. And that's actually all Mega Mastermind is about. Together with. So with that, I think our speaker is here. He is stretching. Robert Campbell will take over.
Right?
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening. I live in San Diego, California. I went to school up here at UCLA. Graduated. How many people here in this audience are UCLA fans, and how many are USC fans? How many are UCLA? How many are USC? My daughter went to USC, and if people go to USC, I tell them that they have more money than brains. When I went to UCLA, I graduated with Lou Alcindor. Does anybody know who that is? 1 year ahead of me was a very good football player that played at USC. You know who that was? So that was my time here in LA. So I spent I grew up in San Diego, went to school here. I have a degree in economics from UCLA, and I have to tell you right now that I spent a lot more time on the volleyball court than I ever did at the economics lecture hall. But it's something that's been a fascinating subject my entire life, and after about 45 years, about 10 years ago, I finally started to understand it. Because it's a social science. And social science, there is no mathematical, this is correct and this isn't correct. So how many of you have ever heard me speak before? Really? What did you hear me speak?
In Corona Del Mar.
Oh, really? I didn't remember speaking there. What did you hear me speak? So this is great. It's the first time I've spoken at this club before. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Robert Campbell. I wrote the book Timing the Real Estate Market. I published it in 2002. I self-published it, and I've sold 18,000 copies of this book from my website. So for I don't know if any of you have ever self-published a book, but that's a pretty good number. I was pretty confident when I first sold this, when I first published it. You know, most self-publishers sell about 50 to 100 books, and half of them are to the family. My first run, I was so confident that I had something good here. The first print run, you know how many copies I had printed? 3,000. 3,000. Those things are going to be sitting in your garage forever. Writers, you know, people that have written books and try to sell them for. So it's been an amazing success. And then after I published the book, I started publishing the Campbell Real Estate Timing List. Does anybody in here subscribe to it? Oh, terrific. Good. What is your name? Okay, I don't recognize that. I have so many. I just curious. What's your name?
Brian, man.
Oh, you talk. We've been emailing each other, right? Oh, good. Okay, good. So, I've been in business since I wrote my book, and I'm not publishing my letters for 14 years now. And some people would say after 14 years, I've become an instant success. And that's about what it takes. That's about what it takes today. So I am going to do 3 things tonight. 3 things. I'm going to educate you. I'm going to scare the hell out of you. And I'm going to inspire you that you don't have anything to worry about if you take control of your life, the markets, your financing, move money correctly, and you're going to be just fine. We're all in the same boat. And does it feel like I'm like really down and out, like feeling like, boy, the hatchet's going to fall on my